So it is once again Snow Leopard Day here in the mountains of Sundarpatan. So we've brought our new scopes. By the way, the couple of videos using the old scopes prep for hunting in West Virginia, those are over and done with. We are back, and we'll only be using the new scopes going forward. Now, as always, we're still looking for a second rare female tahr to go with our Great One multi-mount. And I did go ahead and get the 44 lever action. After our last hunt out here with the melanistic blue sheep and not being able to punch through the vitals, I wanted something that's going to be able to do that pretty much regardless of situation. Now, unfortunately, red-brown on this one, but just continually, if there's any doubt, we just go ahead and take the shot on these female tahr. The red fur, I feel like it would be possible to miss if we didn't look too close. So, long liver on that. It is just about the beginning of yak drink time, so we'll be looking for those, and hopefully, as we hunt along looking for these other things, we can start to stumble into some snowies. And just like that, we've got our first snowy of the hunt. Unfortunately, she is on the move over there. However, able to get some kind of shot, and we'll definitely take that just to get her down. First one in 11 minutes. We'll take that any day of the week. She's not down yet. Had to be testing since she did just go down, so a little more lead would have been good, but nice to knock the rust off on a female snowy and not a male. And even with the less than ideal shot, she didn't really go anywhere. Ended up, geez, hitting way back. I didn't think it was that bad. Pelvis, intestine, and that spinal cord, which is basically just like the tail that runs down through there. 22.57 score. But as I said, hopefully knocking that rust off, and if we can find him at this kind of clip, we will be all good. And just about right on cue, we've got an aggressive level 9 wild yak, so brought the 300 AR today. Soon as he kind of works his way up around here, I mean, maybe we could use the Odin scope. That should have been just fine. Got this female one running around as well that we'll try to take. And up to 284, I think he was. Looks pretty wide set, like a lot of our, say, mid-270s diamonds. Make sure there's no other ones around. And indeed, a mid-270s diamond yak. 275.80, dark red fur. Got him lung, liver, stomach, and then actually just... I don't know how we did that, but through the leg and into the liver. Probably we're at a point where, you know, mid-270s, not special fur diamond yak, we're not going to tax anymore because we've killed quite a few of them. But still nice to get one. Actually got that 1,000 session score, so 300 AR doing its job. And for the, I don't know, 20th time, the wrong level 9 up here in the mountains. Man, finally, another snow leopard track. This is a male at least, lower weight estimate, but at least we finally got onto another one. And we're kind of up here, sort of running these trails up here in the mountains like we so often do. Gonna find out at least what fur he is, and hopefully he's not too far in this direction, but as for what we're actually after, this is just a snow variant, very fresh though, so maybe we look out and don't spook him. Oh, there's a feed zone. Probably he just left it then, it's a little after 12. He has to be right here. That's our guy, right down there. It always feels like they're in that perfect spot where you can't quite see him. He is up top here. Oh boy, I did not realize that was after us. Not much we can do to take that out silently. Would be really convenient if we could see him. I just don't think that's gonna happen, so I guess we're gonna have to get him on the run, because I'd rather not get killed by the yak and have to come back here. So let's get that. Maybe, oh, there he is. Maybe we can somehow get a shot just now? I just don't think we're gonna be able to. Maybe if he goes through here, but I think he's gonna be too low. Alright. We'll grab our yak and get on the tracks. Really, that could have gone so much better. But at least we know where he's at, and hopefully he's not going to get too far ahead of us. So, real quick, that is a little gold 247. And our snowy... I mean, maybe he comes up that other side, but it's so, you know, such a drastic drop-off. He probably would go nervous in there. We're going to have to follow him in. Okay, finally, got caught up to him. Let's see if we can make a better shot than we did on the female snowy. Little bit of an awkward thing there. That's a little more like it. Just slid to a stop down there. So now 2 down in an hour and 15 minutes. Not exactly the greatest pace we've ever been on, but finally a male down. And from here, I think we're going to make a jump to the east side of the map. So That's a nice little 26.7 gold. Tracked him 1.5 kilometers after all that. I mean, literally, it wasn't much until he called. But just because of that yak, we weren't able to just get the shot standing still. But nonetheless, got him in the vitals. And we are going to jump down to here and work our way up through. So I'm relatively certain this snow leopard, like, glitched or something. Because all these tracks are run. And they're very fresh tracks. Like, we're just behind it somewhere. But it just says it's continuing to run, and frankly, I think we'd have just seen it across the way if it wasn't actually just sprinting. So I have no idea what happens here. Eventually, it maybe just goes over there. Okay, hopefully we can just get eyes on it and take it out, but hard to know what to expect here. And I mean, sure enough, she's right there in front of us. So it's good to know if you get into that situation, you can eventually just catch up to it, or in our case, I don't know how that was a drop shot, but in our case, she just mating calls and we can go over and find them. But the one kind of like obvious thing with snow leopards, because there's so few in the entirety of like this whole area, when you find one, it's tough to think there's going to be another one right close by. And obviously I wanted to hunt over here in the east, so we've taken 2 snow leopards actually from the same tripod before. It does happen. So I think we will continue where we're at. Somehow that was a lung shot? I mean, we just completely lucked out, but 2 kilometer tracking distance, and maybe the one kind of added benefit of tracking our way down here, now we get to go through a little bit of area we just didn't plan on. That's always something we like to see. Snow deter veg, but no surprise we're being charged by another yak. And we actually lost connection to the last server, so got in here and I actually liked the first time. Got onto a snowy pretty quickly, so nice jet black 257, and then this is a max weight male snow leopard. I don't know how many of these things we get to find until one produces a diamond, but man, it is nice to at least have the adrenaline and the hope that there might be one out here. So this is going this direction, kind of northeast, better for the wind. Let's hope we can get on them, and maybe this time will be what we're after. That was our guy. It didn't make the little graphic on the screen showing the direction, but it had to be pretty much right in front of us here. And man, if there was ever one to just really try not to spook, it's a max weight one that we just haven't seen yet. That's our snow leopard, and it's a mythical. Such a bummer. We had really an opportunity to get him there too. I just didn't see him among the rocks. Now the problem is, we're gonna go and try to make the shot on the move. Typically, it's easier to catch up to him going downhill, because if you jump while going downhill, you fall faster than you can run, basically meaning you can cover more ground, and that's a good way to kind of catch them when they're going down these steep slopes. So I think it shouldn't be that bad to get on them, but said that a couple of times, and we've tracked him for kilometers after saying it. So finally got up to him. Might be shooting an outline through the brush here. That dropped him, had a little bit of fading outline to go ahead and take the shot at. And, you know, yet another mythical. I said, don't know how many is it going to take to find a diamond. Technically, mythical snow leopards do have a chance that he was 27 to 29, so I don't want to say this won't be it until we're sure. We're about to find out. 28.23, so low-end mythical, still tracked him 2 kilometers, but that 44 round did exactly what we brought it here to do. So, officially now, it's going to take at least one more max weight snow leopard track to get that level 9, and even beyond that, get a level 9 that doesn't troll us. But, first one on this server's better than all the ones we found on the last server. You know, I prefer to do these hunts all in one server, because then I can feel like I really cover all my bases as we go around. Man, if we had any prep, we hit it. Probably not good. But the one kind of, I guess, you know, positive to ending up in multiple servers is at the very least, we're likely to find a few more snow leopards. That's, I think, now 5 on the hunt. Did we hit that? That second shot, well, I guess it was maybe the third shot we took, it was at a really fading outline, and it kind of felt like it might have been decent. And she shouldn't have died from this. There's a bunch of blood down there. Something good happened. I mean, yeah, that's vital blood. If we could have done that on the melanistic blue sheep that I mentioned at the onset of this video, that would have been nice. How do we do this? First shot inevitably was like through the lower legs. That was the only way we could have hit it. Second shot, somehow, stomach, liver, vertebrae, and shoulder blade. I doubt we'll ever pull that off again, but somehow that's a vital, and we won't complain about it. So yet another snow leopard hunt ends with an attempt to find some kind of decent blue sheep. Unfortunately spooking a couple of them, but I think that level 4 probably is going to be the best option. So one final shot for the 44 lever action today. That guy's standing pretty much perfect. Kind of weird the way he fell. And I think we ended up killing 5 snowy today, including another max wet estimate male. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was our last hunt out here where we killed 2 max wet estimate ones. So that's a plus. And I don't know if I want to call it progress, because frankly, it's just, you know, a degree of luck, whether or not we stumble into them. But good to find a couple of big ones. Good to find as many as we did today, and kind of getting back into the swing of things. This will be, by the way, the last snow leopard hunt recorded before hunting season here in Pennsylvania. So from here on out, it's probably only going to get tougher, but we'll see eventually. We gotta stumble into one. And the one, you know, bit of hope, our diamond bobcat last year, I think I shot that in November, like in the peak of hunting season, still able to find what maybe prior to the snow leopard was our toughest diamond to get ever. So hopefully we can have something like that this year as well. But a nice blue-gray blue sheep. That 44 is just nuts, hitting it in the back leg after going through the front shoulder. And hey, you know, we even got a diamond today with our diamond yak, but a diamond dozen as they are, not going to take that back to the trophy lodge, didn't tax him anyway. And I think on that note, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.